Welcome everyone. Excuse my little nasally voice. Hope everyone is going well. We're gonna, hey Nadine, hey Shirley, hey Sharon, hey Wendy. Here comes Patty and Jenny. So let a few people come in before we get the party started, because that's what these are. They're a bit of a party. And hope, I was going to say hopefully, I'm going to remove the word hopefully. I'm sure, I'm positive. Hey Linda, I'm positive we're going to have a very smooth, technical, no problems, is what I'm trying to get at in a long-winded way. I'm sure we're going to have a smooth operation and the information is going to flow. The lovely Naomi has started recording. She also saved me because we have the webinar, I should say the slides, we have them all set up in another webinar that we were using before, a different format to Zoom. And we couldn't let some people in. At least I know how to use Zoom. And now thankfully Naomi found me the presentation. So I'm going to be able to go through that with you. And I might just give us another minute. I'd love to, if you can, because I would love this to be interactive if you would like it to be. So feel free to pop in the chat, where you're coming from. That might be good. Where you're coming in from, what country, what city, maybe who brought you here or who suggested you come in, and let me know if you're excited or you're depressed. I'd love to see if anyone puts, I'm depressed. No, I would not. But if you are, I'm sure by the end of this presentation, that will change. Hey, Jenny, what are you doing? Okay, excited. Love it. Thanks, Patty. So we've got Kansas City in Missouri. See if I can read my my cities with the abbreviations. We've got Wrangell in Alaska. That sounds cold. We've got St. Louis, Missouri. I think it's St. Louis, isn't it? We have, that's Linda. We have Seattle, Kim Serafini, by my sister, Susan Flerschinger. Hopefully I got that right. And you're happy, that's good. Fiona from Habana North, Queensland. Ah, another Queenslander. G'day, Fiona. I'm in Redcliffe, which is the north side of Brisbane in Queensland, in Australia. Don't know if you can tell I'm Australian with my nasally voice. We've got Riverdale in Maryland. Okay. I'm going to say welcome to everyone. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. As I go through this, I'd love you to share, or maybe share if something really resonates, or if something is confusing. You think, what the heck has Brett just said? I'm going to turn off my emails as well, otherwise that'll be annoying. So we don't get any more dings. So yeah, let me know if something makes sense, because then that would be good for other people. They might go, oh good, yeah, I got that as well. And if something is you're not sure about, make sure you let us know, and I will do my best to explain it a bit better. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to start if I can find it. How do I start this? All right, let me know if you can see the screen in full. Yep, all good. All right. Well, as the screen says, and by the way, I can't see you. I've had to reduce everyone. So apologies, I can't see reactions. Hopefully they're good reactions. But yes, it is no accident that you are here. And your decisions have definitely set in motion a chain of events that ultimately led you here. Your journey of personal growth, pursuit of success, and positive mental state. You definitely could have been somewhere else, right? But you're here. And I want to say a huge thank you from myself and everyone who's already a part of this incredible club, which is the Positivity Club. It certainly hasn't been a smooth road or a straight line to get here. And guess what? Isn't that what life is about? Isn't that how it usually operates anyway? And plus, you know, some great things have emerged. In fact, the Positivity Club wouldn't be what it is if we hadn't have had, let's call them, and they're not really, but I'll call them a wrong turn or a dead end or a road that could have been a cliff, which we would have gone off. And so thankfully, we found ourselves here, and hopefully you agree and you decide you want to be a part of it. So I'm going to run through a number of slides, and then I'm going to give you a bit of an agenda in what's going to take place. So the Positivity Club has tremendous social benefits and a fast emerging technology in the joy of personal growth and the intent of creating passive financial benefit through rewards. Positivity Club. Look at that logo. Isn't it beautiful? Now it's having a few, it's already evolving, as you'll see. As we move along, you're going to see that we're evolving both Positive Prime and Positivity Club because they're obviously intertwined. And I'm going to explain what that is as we move along. You're going to see that that will grow. This was my favorite logo, but we've advanced from that one as well. And so incentivize personal growth. Now I'm in the personal growth business. That's what I do for work. And, you know, and this blows my mind. And if it blows my mind, I'm sure it's going to blow yours. And it definitely makes life more rewarding. So here are the house rules. The house rules are there are no rules. No, that's not correct. Okay, this presentation will last for 60 to 90 minutes. I'd love you to mute your devices if you can. I've got mine here. Have I got it muted? Just going to put mine on sleep. Oh no, I'll put on do not disturb. Okay. Now, I want you to avoid distractions if you can. Close your social apps. Prepare a notepad. I've got one here. In fact, I had some notes. Maybe I should look at those as well so I know where I'm at. And what I want you to do is, you know, the more immersed we can get in not only listening, but, you know, engaging. And that's why I say if there's something that doesn't quite make sense or you're not quite sure what that means, just make sure you let us know. If I can't see it, I know Mayumi will let me know. And actually, I might just see whether I can put it on smaller. No. Anyway, it makes it hard for me to read the screen, so I better take that off. Okay. Next one. Okay, so first of all, is this opportunity for you? So I guess, you know, are you someone who wants to take charge and improve your personal growth, wellness, and wealth? I would dare say yes. Become a part of a community focused on growth, become a catalyst in improving global wealth. That'll be interesting when we get to that part. Contribute to social and environmental good. Definitely something that I know many of us are already talking about. Take risks and embrace new ideas and learn to leverage ways to financial growth. So if some of these or all of these are resonating with you, then again, you're definitely in the right place. So what is this Positivity Club opportunity? Well, it is an early stage opportunity to become one of the initial members of a growing global community of like-minded, positive people. And before I get into this, I just want to say to you that me, myself, my blood type is B positive, and being positive actually saved my life. So yes, I do believe positivity. And so not a coincidence that I showed up here, right? Being positive literally saved my life in a moment of my biggest financial upheaval back in 2014. It snapped me out of my downward spiral in victim and enabled me to keep moving. And in fact, my the first name for my business when I started mindset coaching was called Be Positive Mindset and Fitness, because I used to be a fitness trainer. I thought, well, if mindset doesn't work, maybe I can do the fitness as well. And I dropped the fitness and it became freedom coaching. Okay, so if you're focused on positivity, self-growth, health and well-being, abundance for all, social, environmental good, as we've said before, in other words, all types of wealth, I like to call it holistically wealthy, built on emerging and cutting edge technology, neuroscience, Web 3.0, blockchain, virtual marketplace. And again, don't worry if some of these things you're thinking, oh my gosh, I've got no idea what some of those words are. Or maybe I've heard the words, but I have no idea what they are. It really won't matter. You don't need to be tech savvy. You just need to be aware that we're moving into a new age. We're moving into a digital space. And, you know, and if you're looking at the current markets or the Bitcoin dollar, of course, it's taking a bit of a dive, but, you know, that's what markets do. And I think it's such a new space that we're going to see things, you know, working well and maybe not working so well. And so what we're trying to do here is make sure we're building something that is going to reflect not only positivity, but reflect benefit for all, not just the people in the group, but also the club, I should say, but also, as we're saying, the world itself. And so it is a fresh and unique opportunity where early adopters are rewarded exponentially. And I'm going to get into that. Okay, here is the agenda. So I'm going to run through these, and I might just quickly, after I run through this part of the agenda, I might just have a quick look at the chat just to see where we're at. So we've got 3 things, which is good. we should finish on time. Usually, I think we finish within an hour. So I know I said 60 to 90 minutes, probably around 60 minutes. So number 1, the club. I'm going to run through exactly what our mission is, the founders, and our services, what we're planning to offer. The second part is going to be the token. And it is a very unique token for positive people. And we're going to explain not only what it is, but how it works and why it is actually unique. And then number 3, the final part, will be going through the opportunity. And as I said before, I work in personal development. And so when you see this part, it's like, what? You're not, you're actually being paid to grow? What? It's the exciting part for me anyway. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at the chat. So what do we got here? Okay, Sharon's saying she has a meeting, leave in half an hour. Yes, it will be recorded and you'll be able to watch it a little bit later. And Mamie's already said that. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, yes, we should be done within an hour, Nadine, so that is good. All right. I'm going to keep moving. Okay, here we go. So Jack Ma, if you don't know who he is, he invented Alibaba. And if you don't know the story of Jack Ma, it's actually quite an interesting one, especially, you know, when it comes to failure, when it comes to things not working out. This man, you know, like a lot of people who have become, you know, very successful, has defied the odds and has, created something. Or not just Alibaba, but there's other things. And now he's a billionaire. And so, as he said, great opportunities don't come every day. Recognize and seize them with every chance you get. This is one of those. The club, an extraordinary club for positive people where personal growth is incentivized. Our mission is to create a place where people thrive socially, emotionally, and financially while spreading good in the world. And you're going to see a bit more about what exactly that is as we move along. And so how are we going to accomplish this? Well, what we're going to do, and you know, you might see gamified and think, well, I'm not into Xbox or PlayStation or online gaming. You don't need to be. We are creating a marketplace, which will be around health and well-being. And so that we'll have some services and we'll have products where positive behavior change is gamified. And what that means is, as an example, with our utility, which I'm going to get into, which is Positive Prime, Some of you may already be members, some yet to be. And it's a part of the process. And with that, if you're watching, if you're using, watching, I need to mute someone there. Who is that? I might just mute you, Kate, I think, maybe. All right. Excuse me. Let me just go back. I've gone too far forward because I can't get rid of that. So just bear with me. Don't you hate that when you go forward and you can't go back? What do I do? Okay, here we go. My apologies. All right, so positive prime session. So you're actually going to be rewarded for using positive prime. And I'm going to get into that. And so that's what, the cryptocurrency tokens are the medium for rewards and currency. Empowering. Our project empowers our community to create social impact, wealth generation, self-development, health improvement, and a legacy for our members. And so this is, as you're going to see, it is going to be one of those things where the unique ability to reward everyone is going to be that legacy that we're going to be leaving. And so responsible, we are dedicating a percentage to social and environmental impact projects. And by you getting in early, as in coming in now, you'll have an ability to, with all of us, be part of that decision-making in regards to what particular things we're actually going to support, which will be exciting. And so how did this all start? So who is Kim? Kim is the creator of Positive Prime and the founder of the Positivity Club. As you can see, she is definitely a much loved executive coach. She's a business advisor, inventor of lithos therapy, which is also known as hot stone massage. Best-selling author. I am grateful. She would say it's not really a book. It is, but she say it's not. But it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful book, which she had made especially for the spa industry. And she is definitely a world-class keynote speaker. In fact, we've had people that remember some of her speeches from multiple years ago. I think one was even a decade ago. She's an angel investor, and she is known iconically as the Queen of Gratitude. She definitely teaches and helps people find the best versions of themselves. And she's most definitely at the forefront of the revolution, combining wellness, wealth, and technology. And we're going to get into a bit more about why we've gone down this road. And like a few people probably on this call, Kim for me was the driving motivator for me being not only in Positive Prime, but committing to anything that Kim said, hey, I'm thinking of doing this. And I've shared this before, there's really no one that I just say yes to when they say, hey, this is what we need to do. Usually I'll say, okay, well, yep, that sounds good. Let me have a think about that. No, there's a deep knowing inside of me that Kim really has, she has her finger on the pulse. And so I'm excited where this is going. And I know many others feel exactly the same way. So here is the founding team. That's me down the bottom. I'll get to me at the end. I've already mentioned Kim. Peter Tiley is recognized as a genius. And some people, I'll take my hand off the mouse. Some people flippantly use the word genius, but Peter is actually recognized as one. And in the AI field, as in artificial intelligence, he's known as the #1. And if not the #1, certainly in the top tier of people who understand artificial intelligence. And so we're very, 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 very lucky to have Peter on board. And we wouldn't have Peter on board if we didn't have Christine Tiley on board. Christine is our Chief Inspiration Officer, and she definitely is. She definitely epitomizes inspiration. If you've been following her journey lately, you would see some of the accolades. In fact, one of the accolades she just recently received through her direct sales business, which she built a $20 million direct sales business over the last 20 years. And for 18 years, she had been on her vision board or her goal. She'd been working towards winning this special directors award within the company she does the sales in. And she just recently received it on the weekend. And now she's a little unwell. I think all the excitement has caused her to be a bit unwell, but she is definitely an inspiration. And there's so much that you'll learn about Christine as you become a part of this journey. Patty Kramer, I think, is in the room. Patty's probably been with Kim and the journey of Positive Prime the longest, I would say. She's our Chief Relationships Officer. I'm sure Patty would say there's a lot more than relationships that Patty does, but she does that exceptionally well and looks after a range of different areas within both Positive Prime and now within the Positivity Club. And we're very lucky to have Patty as well. Mark Serafini, you might recognize the similarity in the name with Kim. Yes, they are related. Mark is Kim's brother, and I love, he's got probably the most important value that I do my best to uphold, which is integrity. He's our Chief Integrity Officer. And what that means is that he ensures that everything that we're doing is, you know, even if there's no regulation at this point, he's ahead of the game. And so he's making sure that we're always doing things the right way. And in fact, that's why, perhaps part of the reason why we've actually re-steered our ship and changed what we're doing. And it's beautiful. It's working really well. Brian Mariani, our Chief Collaboration Officer. Definitely no one, maybe other than the person next to him, Jana, that can create these incredible collaborations. In fact, we potentially, not even potentially, we've got a group of 300,000 people coming up, and there'll be a reason why you need to come in now before these 300,000 other people that are going to get the opportunity to be a part of this as well, with a certain group. And Brian definitely has incredible connections. And so he's been bringing in just amazing, amazing people who are also excited about what we're actually doing here. Jana Danielson, as I said, similar in a way, she is our Chief Wellness Officer. In fact, she has multiple businesses herself and in the wellness industry. And Jana, or even though that is what we're calling her, the Chief Wellness Officer, I'd even say she is also a chief at collaboration. And so she's been doing a great job with that too. Some incredible people being brought in. Sandy, definitely our numbers person. Sandy Olowick is our Chief Prosperity Officer. She's making sure that we're sticking to the numbers and that we're, you know, not inflating things, that we're actually doing things the right way. And, you know, I think in any business, especially when you're dealing with potentially millions, who knows, billions of dollars, you want to make sure you're doing it the right way, because we want this to be around for a long time, not a short time. Mario Zappini is our Chief Technology Officer, working closely with Peter Tiley. Mario is making sure all the back end, all of the most important parts probably are actually working. And there's some incredible things that are coming into play right now. So it's such a perfect time for you to come in. Then there's myself, looking a bit like Superman in the photo, Chief Motivation Officer. I do my best to motivate everyone. I also like to collaborate. I also like to network with some incredible people. And so I'm doing my best to do my part. Yeah, that's me. Let's leave it at that. And so Positive Prime and the Positivity Club. As I said, these two things, these two businesses maybe, are so important that they're together. As in, we can't have the Positivity Club without Positive Prime, and we actually wouldn't want to. I had someone that I was bringing in that said to me, I really love the idea of the Positivity Club, but I don't really see the need to do Positive Prime because I'm doing something maybe a bit similar. And I said, no, you need to do Positive Prime. And so what Positive Prime is, and I'm going to I'm going to explain this a little bit more on the next slides, but it is a peak performance and personal transformation technology based on years of research in neuroscience and positive psychology. And this is the part that if this doesn't blow your mind, I would say to you, please look it up and find out why this is so incredibly important to the whole process of what we're doing, which is Positive Prime. We've had the University of Technology in Sydney do a study, and they're still studying it, but the first phase of the study has already produced the results which prove that by watching a session in less than 3 minutes, your brain gets put into a flow state, and that is an alpha and theta state. Now, if you know anything about flow state, most people who can get themselves into a flow state takes years of practice, not 3 minutes of just watching your first session. And so that's pretty damn powerful. We already knew it was a powerful product, but now we actually have scientific proof, which is just, yeah, it's beautiful, and it's great to be able to share that with you. So Kim continues to lead new trends in health and wellness, breaking new ground by utilizing blockchain technology as rewards to positively reinforce and incentivize growth of its members. And so this part, I remember Kim saying to me last year, before any of this was even a thing, the Positivity Club I'm talking about, she said to me that she was talking to one of her advisors who said, everything you're doing is great, but what are you doing in the digital space? What are you doing with cryptocurrency? What are you doing with Metaverse? What are you doing with Web 3.0, blockchain, you name it? And she said, what do you mean? Nothing. What do you mean? And he said, you're doing yourself and the business and the people inside it an injustice not to actually focus on this part in moving forward. And so this is kind of how the birthing idea part came. And yeah, and it's, it's going to be an evolution, but what we've already put together, I think we're all pretty proud of. And so as I've already mentioned this, it is the Positivities Club brainchild. This is Positive Prime we're talking about, a neuroscience and positive psychology app that can change your mood, your mindset, or even your life in as little as 3 minutes per day. How many, some people have asked, how many Positive Prime members do we currently have? Well, we have more than 10,000 members. And that is about to exponentially grow. I believe in September, we have an actual in-person meeting with the big group of 300,000 plus members. And so this is why, and as I get to the end, you're going to know why it's really important that you come in now. If this resonates, if this actually makes sense, if this feels right for you, then take action. That's what I would say. And you can be benefiting from it. I've gone forward a little bit too far. No, I've gone back a little bit too far. My apologies. Okay, let's take a look at Positive Prime. And I might need someone to mute who's just come in. I might just stop here for 1 second. I won't stay in here for too long. I'm just going to have a quick look at the chat. Wendy's saying, I was in corporate for 20 years before moving into the energy arts field. I have to say I love the titles you're using for the team. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Sharon saying, being in the aerospace engineering arena for 35 years and over the last 5 years having the opportunity to work with God and his angels to help heal. It's wonderful to have Positive Prime, which is created by an incredible woman, Kim, who brings a light into such a dark world. I couldn't agree with you more. I love that, Sharon. Going from, we might even say going from left brain to right brain, maybe, not exactly. Okay, moving away from the chat. So let's take a look at Positive Prime. And as I can see in the chat, many of you are already in, you already know it. And so a session spins 1,000 positive image affirmations at various speeds to impact your conscious and subconscious minds. Think personalized vision board or even goal board on steroids. Additional bonus coaching and personal development material, which I absolutely love. I've got a session in there, so you should have a look at that. And your subscribers, and this is what you need to do to be invited to the Positivity Club. It's $199 US per year. In my opinion, cheap. In my opinion, cheap, because it's not just for one subscriber. It could be for up to 5. And you might be thinking, hang on a minute, what do you mean? What do you mean 5? Well, excuse me, if you have a family, if you have a partner, if you have people that you want to, that maybe not necessarily need to come into Positivity Club, but actually want to enjoy Positive Prime, then you get to share your subscription with them. And so it makes it ridiculously cheap. And when you know what it can do, when you actually experience what it does, you will know the value of it. It needs to be more expensive, but don't tell Kim that. But yeah, you need to be a member annually to be invited to the Positivity Club. And you must maintain your annual subscription for the Positivity Club membership, token earning opportunities, affiliate payments, and rewards. And I'll get into that as we go along. So we don't know who said this, but I agree. Your mind is a powerful thing. When you fill it with positive thoughts, your life will start to change. And obviously there's more to that equation, but definitely agree with that. Okay, we're up to number 2. A token that grows in value relative to your own personal growth and other members in the club. And I'm going to explain why I keep saying to you, get in now, get in now. And you should understand why that makes sense as we go along. And if it doesn't, let us know in the chat. And I think Patty's in there to answer some of those things, so I don't have to get distracted, so I don't have to hold everyone up. So as you can see, the blue part here, this is how we're breaking up the token. So we call it tokenomics. 40% of each token is going to the club members. 1% is the liquidity pool. We have, and the liquidity pool is a holding, which I believe is what we need for when we go from being a token to potentially a coin on an exchange. Then we have gamification and token reserve at 23%. Key advisors, content developers, and communities, we're putting aside 8%. And then the club founders and key employees, 28% of the token is going there. So what is a reflection token, or what is reflection technology? There's really not many tokens that are using it. I think there's only a couple of others that are using it. And I'm just going to let Sharon in. So a reflection token earns a fee percentage, which we call a reflection tax. The first ever tax I've heard that we get back, completely, based on every transaction, which is distributed to all token holders. Therefore, all token holders benefit from every transaction. And so depending on how many tokens you have in your wallet, your MetaMask wallet, will depict what percentage you actually receive. And so the more people that we have coming in, and the more tokens you have, then obviously the percentage starts to grow. And so even though it might be a minuscule amount over time, it actually starts to grow. So the tax for the positivity token is 3% currently. So for a $100 purchase, $97 goes towards tokens and $3 goes towards the tax, similar to a VAT tax, and can go no higher. And yes, it is similar to compound interest. So as it says, reflected tokens are distributed to all token holders automatically. So we don't have to worry about whether it's done or not. That's why we have Mario and Peter to make sure that it's all automated and it just happens. It just, yeah, you don't have to think about it. Into their wallet where their tokens are held. So it's pro rata based on how many tokens are present in the wallet. The reflection tax is available for a limited time. just until we join and exchange. And so that could be, anywhere between 12 and 18 months. And so, as I keep saying, it's an incentive to join early. And so, and someone said, oh, because I was saying it's a real benefit to be in before everyone else comes in, because the more people that come in, the more tax that comes in. And so that's something to think about, is that, if we have these 300,000 people that decide to come in and they're getting their tokens, and you're getting a percentage, a reflection tax put into your wallet from the people that are coming in, that will start to add up until we actually become our own coin. And this is why, as I'm going to explain as we get along, the utility, which is our community, is vitally important. Okay, key points. Reflection technology encourages the holders to keep their tokens rather than dump them. Now, I don't know if you, and as I said, it doesn't matter if you're not really crypto savvy, but I certainly, just as an outsider looking in, have seen many and heard many stories, what they might call a crypto whale coming through, buying up big and then selling out. So buying up when it's cheap, when it's new or cheap, and then dumping it once the value goes up. And so we really don't want that to happen. We want this to be a long-term journey. We want this to be around for a long time, because as we've said in the very start, we want this to be a legacy for everyone. We want this to be a proper community of like-minded, loving, positive people. And so the total number of positivity tokens held in the wallet rises with every reflection reward received. I love that, reward rather than tax. I think that sounds better. Reflection rewards are based and rebased on the new number of tokens in the wallet. This happens for every transaction. The more transactions, the more rewards. And so everyone benefits continuously. Okay, we're up to number 3. We're up to the last section, which is probably the most important part, probably the reason why you're here, the opportunity. Excuse me, I'm getting a bit excited. A personal development reward system. Getting excited because it's definitely this is the part that I love. So get paid to grow. What? I'm so used to paying to grow. I really am. You might be shocked if you knew how much I have paid to grow. And I'll pay even more because I love it. Okay, membership benefits. So exchange tokens for goods and services in our expanding virtual marketplace. This, I believe we're looking to launch around August. Hopefully I'm not stating something incorrect. I'm sure Patty will correct me in the chat if that was incorrect, but I believe we're really working hard to get this up and going as quickly as possible, so that we have an ability to utilize our tokens and to be able to get into really making the most of not only the tokens, but also being able to look after all of us who have perhaps goods or services that are inside the marketplace. And so you'll also earn for personal development. Yes, awesome. By receiving tokens for watching Positive Prime sessions, accessing coaching programs, could be mine in there, and using products and services. Here is some additional info. Positivity tokens. They're exchanged like currency and will increase personal returns for community members, growing into the millions, who knows, maybe the billions. And I'm going to run through in a moment the 3-tier affiliate program. It adds cash benefits for members. And so you're going to see why, even in this initial phase of actually coming in, investing your cash, how you can receive the cash back and more in a very short space of time without really doing too much. And so it will make it, hopefully, you will see an ROI very quickly, and it'll be a bit of a no-brainer for many of you. I'm going forward. I paid it forward too quickly. Okay. All members are rewarded with positivity tokens based on their membership and the token price at the time they sign up. And so for a limited time, you can earn reflection tokens on every community transaction. So here we are, paying it forward, my favorite thing, my mantra. I love to pay it forward. The positivity community cares deeply about humanity, and it is important for all of us that we give back to the world. Therefore, we're going to commit to contributing a percentage of revenues to social impact and environmental projects that we mentioned earlier. And as I said, getting in now gives you the ability to be part of choosing what that's going to be. The Positivity Club will fund and create a legacy for future generations. And the future plans. So I love this, and I agree. The sky is definitely not even the limit for the worlds, in the worlds, I should say, of health and wellness and Web 3.0 technology and cryptocurrencies. And so plans for the future include listing the Positivity token on the cryptocurrency exchange and utilizing Metaverse technology, creating positivity NFTs, non-fungible tokens, being the preeminent provider of wellbeing products and services. And stay tuned as we discover and deliver other exciting opportunities. Guaranteed, there's going to be so many more things that we haven't even thought of because of the amount of people that are collaborating, that are coming in, that are already in this space, that are giving us ideas. And so that's going to grow. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're going to come in and say, hang on a minute, have you thought about whatever it might be? And so we'll definitely be open-minded, especially if you're a club member, and probably only if you are. Okay, affiliate opportunities, both Positivity Club and Positive Prime Reward Club members for referring others, and it's a three-tiered affiliate opportunity. The Positivity Club referral opportunity will end when the club reaches several 100,000 members. And so we'll give plenty of warning when that's coming towards that. So don't worry, we're not just going to go, oh, sorry, it's no longer around. You'll definitely know that if you're going to bring more people in, make sure you do it sooner than later. So anyone that's like, oh yeah, I'll think about it, you'll be able to go back to those people and say, well, time's up. Are you in or are you out? And so the rewards for the Positivity Club are 12%, 5%, and 3% on what you actually and what you contribute, as in your contribution, which I'll get into in a moment. And the Positive Prime rewards are 50%, excuse me, 50%, then 10%, and then 5%. Oop, someone's not on mute. Might be Michael. I might just mute him for a moment. Okay. I was going to have a look at the chat, but I won't do that. Won't distract myself. Okay. Here we go. Now, this is, as I said before, this is to give you an idea of a return on the investment. And so this is I'm going to call it the minimal, and we've got actual names for each of the different contribution levels that we're going to go through. However, just to give you an idea, I'm just going to double check if I've gone, no, this is right. Okay. So to join Positive Prime, as I said, to be invited to the Positivity Club, you need a $199 US annual subscription. And then the smallest contribution is $300. Now, you've invested $499, that's you there. You've got 4 of your friends, maybe they're family, maybe they're strangers, doesn't matter, whoever they are. And so for each of these people, you are getting 50% of Positive Prime. So that's your $99.50. And from the Positivity Club, you're getting the 12%, which is $36. So it's $135.50 per person. I'm sure you can do the math. Well, the math was done for us, which is great, because that's not my strong suit. So 4 referrals equals $542. Well, you're in positive. You're in, it is the red, isn't it? Or is it the black? Anyway, we're positive geared, which is great. Here's another idea. Let's say you have 10 friends, and out of those 10 friends or 10 people that you know, just like you've come in at $199 and you've decided, you know what, I actually am going to contribute $1,000. I just think, who knows? Why not? Let's see where it goes. That's $1,199 for you, almost $1,200 US. 10 of these people are giving you $220 roughly per person. You're making almost $2,200. So you're almost doubling your money by having 10 people that you bring in will have the ability to do what you're doing. And then here's a little bit more, I was going to say complicated in the way I look at it, but some people really love this stuff, especially if you're into network marketing or perhaps MLM, you might understand this. This is not either of those things, but just to give you an idea on the tiers. And so we've broken it down for you. The total, you've come in at $11.99 again, and you've got this 3-tier approach. You're making $4,000. So you're pretty much 4xing, you know, and of course that can go up and change however it might be. Now, for the Positivity Club, here are the foundation membership levels. You can come in wherever you like. We don't mind, but there is going to be some inclusions that you get depending on the level that you come in at. And so taking into account the reflection technology, reflection rewards that we mentioned, or reflection tax, you're getting, because, oh, sorry, let me take it back one step. During June, and so yes, how many days have we got? 8 days, 9 days, depending on where you are in the world. You have until the end of June, unless that's changed. Patty might be able to tell us in the chat. I don't think it has. Till the end of June, we're going to 20x. We're going to give you 20 times your investment minus your reflection tax. And so if you come in at the contribution level of gratitude at $300, you're going to receive 5,820 tokens. A ticket to our festival. Festival, what? Yes, we're having a positivity festival in Orlando, Florida. I believe in May of 2023. That is TBA, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're aiming for. And you'll be able to go to the main stage only coaching course. Sorry, the main stage is for the ticket to the festival. You'll have a coaching course on happiness habits and a course on confidence. And then as we move along, we've got joy and hope. Go back. Okay, my mouse is touchy, isn't it? Okay, I won't run through all of these, but you can pretty much read the different things that are included. At the hope level, you're getting Kim's Wellness Spa Weekend program. I wonder if that's men and women. I'd love to go to that. Okay, the next levels are harmony, compassion, abundance, and 2.5, 5, and 10K. We have quite a few people at these different levels. In fact, as I go along to peace, awe, and love, you might be surprised to know we've got a few people at love, and a few people at awe, and definitely a few people at peace. And so it really doesn't matter to us. I know we're calling them, we've got prestige, we've got, hang on, let me go back. We've got foundation, premier, and prestige. It really doesn't matter. It just, what matters is that you're a part of it. What matters is that you come in. If it makes sense and it resonates and you feel like you need to be in this, then come in where you feel is the right space for you to be in. And some of these inclusions might be the thing that help you as well. And so, as I said, now is definitely the perfect time. It is a ground floor opportunity. And we're most definitely at the crossroads of wellness and Web 3.0. We already had the wellness part covered with Positive Prime. And as I said to you earlier, the insight that was given from a really important advisor for Kim was we really need to start to look into blockchain, Web 3.0, Metaverse, all those different crypto things. And so, as it says here, you can definitely jump in even if you're not crypto savvy, and it is definitely like being invited to the front door of Google or Microsoft or Amazon. In fact, I'm reminded of a story of my favorite basketballer, Shaquille O'Neal, from the 90s, in case anyone doesn't remember who he was, if I'm speaking my age. And I heard, I think it was an Instagram reel or something, he was sharing a story about a time he was sitting in a restaurant, minding his own business by himself. And he overheard a group of men talking about this thing called Google and where Google was going and what Google was planning to do and what Google was planning to be financially. And he walked over to the table and he said, "Oh, excuse me, I hope you don't mind me interrupting, but I'm actually, I overheard what you've been talking about." I said, "Apologies." And they all went, "Oh my gosh, Shaquille O'Neal, no problem." And he said, I'm interested, is there an ability for me to invest?" And they said, "Absolutely. You'd be more than welcome." And so he did, and he didn't think about it for another 12 or so months. And then he found out what happened to his stock. And so this could be one of those opportunities for you, although we're hoping you're not going to might get whoever just came into mute. There we go. Thanks, Tony. Trying to do two things at once. So yes, this could be one of those opportunities for you where you might be a Shaquille O'Neal having this investment, but I would not want you to just sit and leave it like he did. We want you to be involved. We want you to be a part of the community part. And so, yes, invite others, gain affiliate commissions and referral rewards if that's of interest. But if you just want to be in and be a part of the community and get involved in the marketplace, then do that, whatever excites you. And so join us, and we would say, please, 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 whoever has invited you, reach out. If you don't already have it, reach out for the referral code of the current member who invited you. Because that way they get rewarded for, inviting you along. And so join the Positive Prime at the annual subscription level, which I said before is $199 US. It might seem like a lot of money. It's really not. It's a small investment when you know what it will actually give you internally for yourself personally as well. And as it says, start to benefit from this personal growth tool. Consider your membership entry to the Positivity Club at either Foundation, Premier, or Prestige. Join up now and be welcomed into the coolest club. Oh yeah, that's truly focused on you. Definitely. Join the many in a like-minded culture. Also remember to smile, share, and play. So I'm going to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you all. Just going to see if I've missed anything in the chat. What's Foundation, Prestige, etc. memberships? Wendy, that is the 3 different levels. So there will be a recording of this, which will get emailed to you because you've come in. So what I might say is fast forward to the end and have a look at the different levels that were outlined. So there's three tiers, and there's 3 offerings in the 3 tiers. Jenny's saying, if we previously invested in XPO, do we have to rejoin the Positivity Club, or are we automatically registered in it? Good question. Patty, I think yeah, okay, thank you. You're automatically registered. That's coming from Miami, I think, or yeah. So there you go. That's the answer to that one. Wendy only saw it on the last slide. Yes, it will be in your email, Wendy. So can I ask from everyone? Good to see you, Donna, up there coming in. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it made some sense. I hope it resonated with you. Are there any more questions while I'm here? Excuse me. Thanks, Kate. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I apologize for my voice and my my nasally voice. I didn't feel like I delivered 100, but I certainly tried to give you 90-something%. So I hope my 90-something% was enjoyable. If there's no more questions, excuse me, unless I've missed something, make sure you let me know if I haven't seen your question. I'll have a quick scan through. Nadine, I love it. Oh, you had trouble with the joining link, Tony? Yes, you'll get the replay. No problem at all. So I definitely would love to see all of you in the club. There's going to be a lot, as I said at the beginning part, there's going to be a lot that's going to be happening over the next, number of months, where we're busily building a lot of the different things for the back end of it, so that when we go to the front, when we're with all of you, that it all makes a lot of sense, and that you're all feeling like you are genuinely a part of this community in a big, big way. And there's big, big things that we're all going to be a part of. And that's what we want everyone to get from this, is that it is really about the unity of not only Positive Prime and Positivity Club, but the unity of all of us, and the unity of us doing everything together and making decisions about what we do for social and environmental good. That's what I'm excited about. So if there's no final questions, we might say goodbye, because I've got another event to go and run. I love that, Donna. That's a good one. Community. Community. I love it. That's perfect. Well, thank you for spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you all in the Positivity Club. And reach out to me if there's anything that I can do for you personally, but otherwise, I look forward to seeing you all very soon.